fast forward to that. I don't know if you've seen these pictures before. No. This was 2017 in Wuhan. There was an exhibition called This is Africa. Remember, I told you that I woke up and I became an activist. This is the part. So there were these pictures. One museum here in China, a provincial museum in Wuhan, decided to host an 8-day exhibition with a theme called This is Africa. And these were the pictures that they were exhibiting in their exhibition. So likening Africans to animals. Now, when I saw these pictures, I was really hurt. I was so disappointed. I decided to write a petition for them to stop the exhibition. Now, what I want you to understand is in China, I think most of you know, China is a communist country, and mostly human rights, they don't have all those things. So you do something, you get arrested, you know, like there's. So when I did a petition, most people got scared. People were just talking and talking and talking, but no one was willing to stand up and really face this museum. So after I wrote the petition, the museum asked me to come to Wuhan. So, you know, we had a group of Africans where people had signed the petition. So I tell these Africans, I think we were 500 in that group. Guys, the museum has responded with excitement. Hey, they want us to go. Now, this is where I realized that I was alone. Right. So people started saying, oh man, we're scared, we'll get deported. And everyone started pulling away. Now, I say to myself, I started this. Should I also be scared? Should I stop? I went to the African embassies here in China, and some of them advised me, my daughter, just, you know, leave us to try and deal with it. Don't go. But I was like, no. I started thinking about Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, all those people, all those revolutionary leaders. I'm like, Mandela had a beautiful wife. Oh, Winnie was beautiful. But Mandela left Winnie and went to prison. So I was like, okay, come what may, if they're deporting me, I'm ready for that. So I went to Wuhan by myself, and then I found two brothers who were students in Wuhan, and they accompanied me. Now, the first day was so tense. It was so tense. The photographers would not budge. They didn't even want. So the African brothers, the students who had accompanied me, two students, they gave up and they left. So I remained by myself. I cried, I talked, I screamed, I refused to move out of their museum. And, you know, when you get to that stage of like, okay, whatever comes, I'm ready. But if I'm doing, I'll try and do this for my people. If no one is going to stand for Africans in China, I'll do it. If it means that I'm dying, I'm going to die. So I sat outside their museum and I was like, I'm not going until all the people, you've cleared everyone in this museum and you've shut it down. So they brought me to the office and tried to talk me down, but still I did not. So it took me 3 days of negotiating with them. And then they managed to shut down that exhibition. And then I demanded that I was not going back without an apology. So the picture that I'm showing here was they wrote an apology to the African community that I took back to the embassies and stuff. So this was one of the scariest things that I've done in China. Yeah, like I had to fight against the government to stop that exhibition. So
what we're going to do, we're going to break here just to stop and give you
actually, this is my last slide.
We're going to give you a big round of applause here. Then we're going to reconvene with you. So everybody take your devices off mute for our brave Dr. Samantha, who stood up for us when we didn't even know we needed to be defended.
Well done, sister.
So let me just pass back to you, Sister Samantha, but I didn't want to miss that opportunity for us to show our collective appreciation. So please proceed.
Yeah, so just like I said, I mean, after that, I went back with the apology letter back to the embassies here in China. And yeah, and I guess that's where my page saw me. The following year, I was selected or honored as one of the most influential people of African descent. And also the UN managed to pick me as their fellow. So I went and I did the UN Fellowship for Human Rights and stuff. So ever since then, I've been fighting for the rights of Africans here in China. So my organization sort of like shifted from trying to promote Africa to also fighting for the rights of African people here in China. And we actually was, I don't know, I'm still, or I was the first person to actually have an organization that does this here in China. We had Africans, of course, who were here, but most of them were basically doing business and no one was doing anything to promote Africa. So I was the first person to register a company that promotes, protects the rights of African people here in China.